All right. It's time for the grand finals of the ESL Weekly Cup's amazing replacement cup. That's right, the Ursasaurus Cup. A week to BYUN in the top right, ASTREA in the bottom left. I think this has actually got, was it $400 prize pool? And they've got bonus prizes for like the funnest games, as well as the top ranking American players in the cup. It's really cool to see all the different regions kind of popping up and supporting these different tournaments and replacing the ESL Weekly Cups while we're in the off season right now. So it's actually been really awesome. I think that's the third time you said it's been really awesome. That's all right. Starting off with some peak commentary as we tend to. Getting the SCV on the command center is very nice. Can ASTREA get out of there? BYUN and ASTREA had a banger of a series that went to the 5th game at EWC. But BYUN is famous for not playing his best StarCraft at live tournaments. And ASTREA, to be fair, I feel like he's normally better online than at LAN, but he actually played really good. And then unfortunately he kind of just slipped up and almost threw away an advantage on post-youth. Like, let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. There was a big advantage, and he took an awful engagement and allowed BYUN back into a game where BYUN had very little hope of getting back in there. So ended up being a very narrow 3-2 victory. Even the final game was rather close if memory serves. So definitely an unfortunate turn of events for ASTREA, but it was a nice success for BYUN after facing adversity, and to make a comeback like that was really impressive for him. We'll see if he can continue it here. BYUN, of course, is famous for kind of going out early in big LAN tournaments, getting nervous, his wrists aching, having to call for timeouts and all sorts of things, and then he goes back online and just wins everything, right? So he's a beast. What is Ursasaurus? So, I mean, there's Ursa Brawls. You guys know Bruno from... who does the Ursa Brawls, is a Canadian gentleman who's looking to start an esports bar, and he's been hosting events for a while. And Stegosaurus, I believe, is someone from Dave's community who was basically the big dollar bags along with Ursa. I think they're both going in together and saying, hey, let's friggin' throw some money out for these players. Oh, I like that attempted Widow Mine trap. It's just out of vision. ASTREA does not seem to know it's there. So if these units come forward, he could chase him back into that medevac. No, ASTREA realizes though. Nice. All right, looking for a Nexus on the left side is ASTREA. He's got a Robobay coming up already, so a quick 4 gas. Now, he loves playing a very controlled, super safe style against BYUN. He did this at EWC as well. That being said, remember that today is ASTREA's first day back playing Protoss. Literally his earlier match, I was like, hey, I'm going to cast your match. He said, oh, these are going to be my very first games since EWC. Because he's only been playing Terran. He's been just off racing, screwing around, completely taking the pressure off his shoulders after, of course, a very intense World Championship run. And we'll see if that hurts him or helps him. Because I don't think it's necessarily bad. You know, you practiced really hard for a few months. You went in the team house there with Clem. You guys became the best versions of yourselves you possibly could. He didn't quite get the mule. That fresh mule survives on 6 life. He gets a few SCVs, and I think he might have got an SCV or 2 from friendly tank fire. Gets himself a few Marines. It's okay. Nothing too crazy. Did the Raven just die? Oh, he kills the Raven! Oh my gosh, that's huge. That's really big, guys. He actually got the Raven kill. Widow Mine drop is sneaking its way down the bottom side of the map. 3rd Nexus is coming up. 1st Colossus, as well as extended Thermalance are on the way. And a Forge as well. Lots of tech. Meanwhile, Terran hasn't even started the 3rd command center. So, feels like BYUN's trailing a little bit in that regard. On the other hand, we've seen what a good player like BYUN can do with double Marauder, double Marine, and 2 medevac production. Once he moves out with Stim Shields +1, he's obviously always got a lot of threat. 3rd command center. Starts on the natural at 6:30. See how quick ASTREA is to start the +1. Looks like he's very keen to build more gateways here as well. Yeah. +1 immediately starts. Gateway goes down. That'll bring him up to 6 total. Oh, those Red Hit Point Marines just ask for it. Beautiful split fire there from ASTREA. And not watching for a second, but does grab 2 more Marines for that Stalker. Make it 3. Not bad at all. Oh, geez. Okay, looks like the Widow Mine drop came in. Got him very busy. Nice! Micro on both sides. Wow. I mean, hats off to BYUN for keeping that alive as well. I didn't realize there was so much dead space over here on this map. You can sit. There's so much dead space on these maps. My lord. Damn, dude. Damn, what the heck? I never even realized there was such a big area on this left side. I guess I haven't played a lot of PvT on this map, have I? Marine Marauder tank coming forward. Xenothermal Lancers there. Dark Shrine as well. Oh, pull back. ASTREA. Get on out of there. Oh, me, oh my. Good dodge with the blink. Only loses one probe. Dodges the other shot with the blink. And we've got an 8 Marine drop sneaking around the left, but ASTREA's already got up his Ring of Vision. He's going to see that medevac unloading. And these Stalkers could run forward, blink across this gap. His Stalkers should move up, blink across the gap, get over there. Guess he's not going to try and save the pylon. Fair enough. Not a big deal. And now he's able to move freely between the two areas. 7th and 8th gateway coming up. Oh, that Nexus is blocking. That Nexus is blocked, ASTREA. He's going to kill that. Super awkward. 3rd base finally landing. Looks like an observer just got shot down there from the scan. The lack of Raven really hurting BYUN. Feel like if there was an auto turret dropping right now, ASTREA would be in much more trouble. He's going to take a 4th up to the top left. Widow Mines, hello. Hello. Those Widow Mines could be big boom booms. 3 tanks in position. Get out of there. 2 Zealots for a depot and an SCV. It's not the worst. Ooh, Widow Mines take out a few Zealots. That's good for ASTREA. It's much worse if his army in a ball accidentally shifts into it and he takes the splash damage on all of his units. 8 Marine drop in the main base. And look at that, guys. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, wow, Protoss is so fair. Oh, StarCraft 1 is the most strategic game in the world. Look at me. All on his lonesome right now. We need a, well, guys, GG. We need a GG pylon over here to back him up. We need a tasteless pylon. On his own, he's just not the same, man. Dark Templar dropping the main. Very nice move here. ASTREA's been using this a lot recently. Dark Templar tries to come in the front. Does get taken down. But these DTs are hitting everywhere right now. The one in the main picks up. Saves that Dark Templar. DT and the Natural's doing big damage. 8 Marine drop in the main could be big though. Artosis is still left on his own over there. Not to mention the worker line being undefended. The Zealots want to go for the tanks. BYUN realizes it though. This is bad for ASTREA. This is terrible for... Oh, ASTREA's dead. I think he might be screwed. He was looking for a potential win condition there. He was doing a 3-base timing with no 4th mineral line saturated. Recall comes in. Artosis! And Artosis does get shot down. 3 gateways do get depowered. Luckily, there was a... I don't know what we call this up here, a state pylon, a kind of backup pylon there that did power some of the production. Tech Lab goes down at the tail end of it. Warp Prism sieging and unsieging in the main base. ASTREA's in trouble. BYUN holds on. Yes, his economy's wounded, but his army's so good. If he can just get a few more medevacs out, well, that's actually a problem. He needs to cancel Vikings and build medevacs. He's like triple stimmed all of his bio. Maybe 4 times on some of these Marauders, like 25 hit points. Yeah, he's triple or 3 or 4 stims on all those. Prism goes down to the Vikings. That's a nice catch. Colossus is still building, but I actually don't think Colossus are going to do too well here against BYUN's army. ASTREA is just so far behind on that supply. That's going to be an issue. We've got a Nexus. Pumping probes in the top left. Okay, we've got 2 ghosts out, 3 more building, a few more medevacs joining the front. BYUN does let his army heal up, which is absolutely the right call. 16 probes there, 15 on the top left. I mean, ASTREA's got decent mineral saturation, but he hasn't closed the army supply gap completely. It's getting close. Oh, he's going to go for it. Oh, no, he pulls back. With no batteries, those Colossus are going to get wrecked. The Vikings ruining him. And I think the indecision there did cost ASTREA big time. The Immortal will clear out the tanks. Colossus? Oh, there's still one Colossus left. Pull the Colossus back, pull the Colossus back, pull the Colossus back. As long as the Colossus survives, it gives him some anti-marine firepower. And maybe, since he got rid of the tanks, that could work out. BYUN wisely pulls back to heal up his bio, though. And I feel like cost for cost, it's got to be good for BYUN. Yeah, 2,000 resources in his favor. 4th Command Center starts up, though, as BYUN realizes, hey, this game ain't going to end any moment now. And with 3-1 upgrades coming in, ASTREA actually has a big advantage working for him. BYUN has not added an armory. He has not added a 2nd engineering bay. He's only now building workers. BYUN, was he 2 all in this whole time? Look at this, +2 armor starts immediately and gets chronoed. ASTREA cannot build a 5th base here, which kind of sucks, but I guess he wants the middle one anyway, so it's not going to bother him until a little bit later. Marauder Marine Ghost coming forward. 2nd engineering bay. Armory. All the good stuff. Oh, that was a long-range disruptor shot. That was a Hail Mary. I like that move. Because BYUN would have had very little time to react. If he kept moving forward, it would have exploded just barely in the center line. Zealot, Stalker, Colossus, let's go! Mass Zealot charge, really good angle here for ASTREA. He got great surface area with the Zealots, but BYUN showing some fantastic stutter step there. Good pullbacks on both sides. I think ASTREA gets a big victory there though, even getting a Marauder on the way out, because it's BYUN who now has to pull back and lick his wounds. Has to kind of turtle for a little bit. He's only just about to start 2-2. And if ASTREA can fight with 3-2 against 1-1, it's just game over. So look at this, +2 armor, +2 attack starting. You have yourself a 2-minute window as ASTREA to just make Zealots and smack a nerd. If you bust, and this 4th base is such a good target, right? So splitting a few Zealots in the 3rd at the same time would be excellent. Just make things really difficult for BYUN to defend. If ASTREA commits with +2 finished, I guess he doesn't have a 2-minute window, but he'll have, once this finishes, still over a minute, maybe 75 seconds. He's got to get in there before the planetary is finished, though. Otherwise, he only has 1 attack angle, which is the 3rd base. ASTREA, don't dilly-dally, mate. You're not building a second Robo. He's making Shadow Stride, DT Blink, which I do love. And there we go, guys. 3-2 is finished. As 3-2 kicks in, ASTREA's army has a massive advantage. It is a 3-upgrade advantage over the Terran. EMP is good, sure. Vikings, decent versus Colossus, sure. But honestly, you got to get a trade-off and you got to get it going soon. Unfortunately, ASTREA is just chilling, adding a Templar Archives and 2 more gateways, which I do not like. He has Plasma Shields +3 armor. I mean, he doesn't know what we know. But if he clicks on any of these Marines, he can see. It's been a scrappy game, though. Easy to lose track of that. Like, it's pretty rare that a player is going to be as aware of that as the guy casting it with 100% map vision. Archon's morphing. Oh no, there's like 5 ghosts here. It's going to be 7. I don't think the Archons are going to do much. We'll see. This is the style he lost to last week, right? Just mass Zealot Archon Colossus, mute beat him with it, and better upgrades. But he's just chilling. Still no 2nd or 3rd Robo. ASTREA's kind of waiting for BYUN to attack into him. Oh, the upgrades. The Double Forge is exposed. No recall energy in the main for another 7 seconds. Nice army split. Yeah, +3 armor going down is big. He's going to lose plasma shields as well. 3/4 complete. Stalkers should take out 1 medevac. Oh, they didn't get a single? Okay, they only got 1, but it was the one that had almost no units in it anyway. I like the Dark Templar harass, blinking across the gap. You can also run DTs up here, blink them across that side. So you could, blinking DTs across these gold minerals is excellent, and if the Terran opens the minerals up, you can just A-move Zealots through them. The drop has unloaded. And ASTREA's got an army nearby. Should be able to deal with that. Just gotta be careful because there's an army coming through the front as well. Beyond 5 Marauders, I think that was. 8 units go down. 5 or 6 Marauders, a few Marines as well. Oh my god, and BYUN in panic. F2 stims his army away and throws away the triple drop in the bottom. Oh, that is awkward. DT blinks it on the right side. Marauder does take it out, but not before 4 more SCVs do go down. Clicking the planetary might actually just be the play right now. Can he take it out? It's a dangerous play, but ASTREA goes for it, and it pays off. Stalkers and Archons will eventually take care of stuff. Disruptors take out a bunch of ghosts there. And ASTREA is all over this game, man. Colossus did go down. Pulling back is absolutely the right call here. You're going to lose the Disruptor as well, but that's okay. He's only got 1 Robo. No Storm, only 1 Robo? Oh, no. I mean, ASTREA's got good upgrades, right? But 2-2's there. He's only had 1 upgrade now. He lost the Double Forge. Blinks and takes out a Marauder, which is, woof, a little ambitious. Stalkers are taking care of the Vikings. Oh, that's very good for the Stalkers. 3-4 Viking kills will go down. Zealots in the top, killing a lot of SCVs. 4 or 5 go down, but BYUN does react. Oh, new command center has to cancel. I like that move for ASTREA. Force the cancel, get out of there. He's only building single Robo, 16 Zealot at a time, and BYUN just realizes, I guess, being down on upgrades, he GG's. I think these Zealots up the top is just so hard for him to deal with. He's on, what, 52 workers. Even though the fights were kind of, like, not bad for BYUN, he just didn't have the numbers. And a 16-gate Protoss just smothering him did not feel good. BYUN had enough. I thought things were going pretty well for him a little bit there, but it looks like stuff turned around as that game went on for BYUN. In the bottom right side. Now, this is interesting. It's Golden Aura. ASTREA in the top left. Oh, I think in best of 5s, does one player get to pick the order of both of the starting 2 maps? Because I feel like Crimson Core is good for Protoss. I feel like Golden Ore is also good for Protoss. Am I crazy in thinking that, chat? Or do you guys think this is a Terran map because the bases are so spread out? So Terran kind of likes that because they can pick you apart with drops. I feel like in either case, like Crimson Court, your bases are very compact, which Protoss is relatively happy with. And on this map, it's the fact that Terran's so far away, which Protoss is usually very happy to have more map space. Crimson is actually a Terran map, is it? Okay. Thank you, chat. So I don't know, man. I don't think Crimson's that good for Terran versus Protoss, is it? I think it's probably a little better for them, but I don't know. That good? Ooh. Oh! Thought that SCV might try to land the hit. He could hop off the barracks and kill it, but Astrea's looking for it. He was expecting it. Just trying to bait it. Trying to bait him to delay his barracks. Astrea's probe does survive. Now this is going to be a 20 Nexus before core. Greedy build order. It's such a greedy build. Does he know that it's a Marine instead of a Reaper, guys? Or is it just because he already delayed the barracks and he knows that BYUN doesn't like building the Reaper if he's already delayed the barracks with the probe harassment? 128 is when the barracks finish. I mean, that's not too late. It's like a 2-second delay at most on the Reaper. I guess it's also just because it's such a big map. Astrea's like, I can get away with being greedy. If it was a Reaper, he might take some damage, but oh my gosh. Doesn't throw the probe away. Good job. So far, very good opening for Astrea. Because yeah, you had to probe scout early, whereas BYUN played blind. But now, because you know there's no threat, you've done a greedier follow-up. You get a faster second gas mining. Because of this, you know, you're not really hurt by having the later gateway and warp gate at all. Sentry first as well, so that'll give you the follow-up scouting. I like Astrea's map choice, build choice for this map. And BYUN, I never mind a Marine first build, but I think you need to have a nice pointy follow-up to it. Like, I don't want to just see a single Hellion start out of this. I want to see like a, excuse me, like a really quick starport and then immediate Cyclone Medevac or something like that. Could be good. You know, I want to see BYUN throw something in the direction of Astrea, because otherwise it's going to be too smooth of an early game. Astrea, don't you even know? Astrea, you have one gateway. One! That's an illegal move. Okay, guys, I'm giving him a yellow card for Indomitable Greed on Golden Ore, okay? We're going to, if Astrea gets another yellow card this series, we're going to have to put him in the sin bin. He already earlier today was disgustingly greedy building 4 Nexus off 2 gateways in a PvP. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. He's going Twilight afterwards as well. Man, if BYUN was just doing like a 3 racks no starport all in, whether 3 racks just straight stim bio or 3 racks with a factory, tanks added to it, both of those would kill. Well, look at this. You see a Cyclone, you see a starport, you're like, cool, you're going to medevac Marine pressure me? What a surprise. Now, to be fair, 3rd Nexus is very hard. Doesn't really help you against this. But if you build a pylon out here, you can build a battery there. Now, you'll notice, why isn't he building a pylon, guys? He's supply blocked. How bad is Astrea? What a trash player. Now, he's actually mapped the build out. He's purposely getting supply blocked here. So he's spending all of his money on gateways, a shield battery, and he's basically saying, that's fine. I'll spend all my money on production here to try and catch up for my early greed, and then the Nexus unsupply blocks you because it counts as 2 pylons at once. Now, like I said, oh, the sentry goes down. Good catch by BYUN. Good. Oh my gosh. BYUN finds a window. Battery not finished. Battery not finished. Is he going to keep shoving? There are 2 gateways up right now. 3rd one, I believe, is transforming as we speak. Or is it only 2 gate? Surely there's a 3rd. 3 Stalkers, going to make it hard to push in. There we go. 3rd gateway is now transformed. So there's 5 Stalkers. This is a much harder position, but he didn't rebuild his battery. Astrea. What are we up to, mate? Astrea, you got to build that battery, bro. Why are we building probes and no... I guess he figures he needs to defend out here, so the battery doesn't help that much. Tanks, Marines, extra barracks on the way behind this. Liberator coming forward as well. BYUN should divert that Liberator towards the main base, in my opinion. There we go. He's going to do that now. This is getting bad, though. The longer the Stalker count grows, the worse this is for BYUN. But sometimes Astrea overcommits to his greed. Like, he could cut workers at 55, 60, go charge, go 10 gate, and probably go kill him. Or at least swarm when he moves out. But Astrea's the kind of guy who's like, nah, let's go Psystorm. And 4 gases now. 6 gases! My lord. There's greed. And then there's Astrea. Sees the Liberator, warps in a Stalker. Unfortunate for BYUN to have moved the Lib just a little bit too close. Stalker's coming to the natural good blinkbacks, manages to get himself 4 Marines and a Cyclone so far for a Stalker, Sentry, and a Battery. Those are completely fine trades for a guy who took a 3rd base at 3 minutes. And you know what? He doesn't even need to go Storm. He could just play Zealot Archon. That's like the noob way of doing it, which I would recommend to an average Joe. For a guy like ASTREA, he can probably squeeze the Storm in, but actually, no, he sees this coming. He's just got to make gateways. Yeah. He's making 4 gates right now. He sees this big push coming. That medevac runs way too far forward. Good blink back micro. Gets himself a Cyclone in the medevac. Really nice micro, but he's taking a lot of damage, and he still doesn't have a battery up on this 3rd base. Stalker's there. Does lose one of them for a Marine. He's got to be real careful. He's going to have to potentially give up the 3rd base, but as long as he builds pylons, he's not building pylons. He's not building pylons. Oh me, oh my. He's starting one now. Zealots going forward is kind of good, but not enough to really achieve too much. The siege tank's looking rather deadly. I love that battery, though. Archon's morphing, Zealot's morphing. He's only got 1 pylon coming in. ASTREA needs to be building like 3 pylons right now. He's making a forge and more gateways. His adrenaline's pumping. ASTREA's adrenaline is pumping right now, guys. He's like, I have 10 gateways! And then he's going to realize he can't warp in more than like 3 Zealots. You're not going to take a 4th... No. ASTREA, you've already been so... No, why would you? What? This is disgusting. ASTREA, guys, if you ever see a dude is a complete douchebag, throw his black Amex card at a service employee and say, deal with it, peasant, or something like that, you're not meant to look up to that person. ASTREA had an experience, a formative experience as a child. We can clearly see it in his play. He saw someone act like a rich douchebag, and he said, oh, I want to be that guy. He's like, this is amazing. Let's do that. No, you don't need to be this greedy. ASTREA's already so far ahead. He just needs to make army. But look at this. Now, BYUN drops on the right, comes in on the left. Storm's not quite ready. It's 10 seconds away. Widow Mines are coming in. Oh, one of them does go down before it can fire. The other one retargets on the Stalkers, does take it down. High Templar pulling back. Army on the right side as well. Did we really need a 4th Nexus? I don't think so. ASTREA is going to get punished for his exceptional greed. Is he, though? Is he, though? High Templar getting focused by the tanks. One of them does go down. Beautiful spread on the High Templar reactively. He does feed back the medevacs. One of them will go down. The other one, though, is the one that's full of units, and it's the one you need to get the kill on, and he's not quite able to. 4th Nexus does get killed in the top right side. Actually, it must have been cancelled since it does not show up in the units lost tab. Going for the redrop in the main base. BYUN thinks better of it. Then he says, no, yes, no, yes, 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 no, 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 yes, yes, no, yes. And he eventually goes for no. Back behind it, we've got +1 armor, combat shield, still no 3rd base. It's a 5-rex, 2 base all in. There is 0 map awareness for ASTREA. He has no vision. He's still trying to take a 4th base and rebuild probes. All he needs to do is make army and stop this 2 base all in its tracks. BYUN is on his last legs, desperately going all in, and ASTREA is like, oh man, I only have $36 million in my checking account today. This sucks. I need to invest it all in crypto. And we're like, what? He's like, that's it. He's the investment advisor man who runs my funds. Unload it all, sell the stocks, sell the index funds, sell the real estate. We want to put it all on Dogecoin right now. And I gotta say, if it works, it's gonna look stylish and cool. It's unnecessarily greedy right now. $36 million is good. It's enough. What he doesn't realize, he's like, but how will I beat this Chad Korean guy? Chad Korean guy has $12 in his account. I know he's handsome. He has the jawline of a young Michael Jackson, but you know what? You're getting overwhelmed. There's just not enough. There's way too much bio. Everything is committed to a 2 base all in for BYUN. Nexus goes down. Probes are falling. He's not giving an opportunity to land storms. Those Widow Mines! The Widow Mines taking out a bunch of the High Templar and Archons. Storms were okay, and there aren't many medevacs there to evacuate. ASTREA still might weather this. He still might fight back. Storms coming in. Storms coming in. Oh, a few more storms would be lovely, but damn, he just doesn't quite have the numbers to back it up. ASTREA's 1-1 upgrades are about to finish. The Zealots coming forward. He could still kill this drop, and he does take out everything that's inside it. 24 probes go down. Guys, he just lost 24 probes and a Nexus, and he's still ahead on workers. This man's greed knows no bounds. I mean, this is rampant capitalism at its finest. This man is Bobby Kotick levels of greed. I'm talking about, guys, you know what we're going to do? We've got a new project. We're going to release StarCraft 3. It's going to be amazing. You guys will love it. And then what he does is he basically somehow records himself urinating on a fucking wall, puts it onto a CD drive, turns that into a downloadable piece of content you need to pay $79.99 for, And somehow people pay for it and then go, wait, what the hell is this garbage you just sold me? That is the levels of greed ASTREA is going for right now. We are talking about pure savagery. He's got 7 High Templar, 6 Stalkers, and BYUN is just refusing to walk into his ambush. Every time he sets up for an ambush, he just goes around. Hold on, though. High Templar on the high ground. High Templar on the high ground. He's got a lot of energy. That's good. All right, guys, we got the 4th Nexus on the left. 2-2 upgrades are on the way. Dude, ASTREA does know how to take a punch, doesn't he? Did you see the High Templar just landed on that ghost? That was adorable. Whenever High Templar use their auto attack, it's always the funniest thing. Storm and feedbacks could be good here. Yeah, the feedbacks don't kill, but they do soften up those medevacs, scaring him away. The army consists of 4 Zealots and 9 Stalkers right now. So ASTREA's kind of in trouble. Does take out one of these building medevacs, or unloading medevacs. Gets 2 of them, which means there's no escape, but there's no way to deal with it. High Templar on the front trying to deal with it. EMPs all over the Widow Mines as well. And ASTREA has to tap out. GG, BYUN ties up the series. Well, BYUN gets away with murder in that last one. I'm telling you, he probably didn't feel very good about having to do such a desperate 2-base all-in until he realized his opponent had no scouting. Virtus Pro's ASTREA up against Shopify Rebellion's BYUN. Yeah, I put all his money into real estate before the market crashed. I don't think that's an apt enough analogy. Because number one, putting all your money into real estate, usually not a bad idea, right? Usually, generally. I mean, you should always diversify, but you don't really that bad. Number two, it still would be worth a ton today if they managed to ride it out, if they didn't need that money for daily expenses, they just left it there, right? We're talking more about investing in pictures of a dinosaur and a fucking giraffe that have been spliced together by a 13-year-old that Logan Paul paid to be his video game designer. You know, we're talking about that level of investment. We're talking about people who unironically bought Boogie's, you know, shitcoin and spent actual money on it. We're talking about those levels. He was taking out loans for the dinosaur picture. 100%. Yeah, he was taking out loans too. It wasn't even his own money. Oh, whoa, no. Guys, ASTREA is rallying probes across the map. Oh no. Wait, is this on purpose? Oh my god, it's on purpose. It's on purpose. He's gonna open a hole. ASTREA's having fun, ladies and gentlemen. He's bringing 4 probes over so he can sneak an adept in, and BYUN has no idea. This is out of BYUN's vision. Wait, where's the last probe? Oh, he needs to send one more. Okay, one more probe. Oh, and he's going to build a gateway there as well. Okay, he's not going to mine it open yet. Oh no, he's going to go for it. Oh, wait. He doesn't envision. Oh no, ASTREA gives it away. The jig is up. 2 probes down. He did delay the command center a little. Zealots coming across the map. Stalker behind it. BYUN is going Marine into Reactor into Factory. If he didn't move the Marine over there, this might have... I've caught him completely off guard, but as it is... Yeah, that's a good bunker. It covers most of this ramp, and it covers this left side as well. And he's going to have reacted Marine production really soon. Zealot, though, is going to have a field day with only 1 Marine. A Marine takes like 100 shots to kill a Zealot. You can see the shields go down pretty quickly, but it has armor once it gets past the shields. And, oh, 1 more hit. Chompy. Oh, that Marine just got sliced. And that's already a massive SCV pool, so a very successful Zealot. And he's building 3 gateways on the front. Oh, is he 4-gating? It's a 1-base 4-gate all-in, guys. ASTREA is going all in, ladies and gentlemen. Gets some damage on the Marines. Gets a bit of damage on that SCV as well. Any damage on these Marines could really add up later. Because remember... BYUN doesn't scout, and I've talked about this a lot, how BYUN doesn't scout, and whenever a player almost never scouts, you should be able to catch them with surprise all-ins. Clem and BYUN are 2 of these players who get away with this sort of stuff an unreasonable amount of the time. Now, problem is most players don't really want to practice a crazy all-in. They can only use 1 game that much, unless it's for a really big tournament and they want like a really important win, right? So I think ASTREA is probably going kind of half-cocked on this. Like, I doubt he's practiced this very much, right? 2 Stalkers on the front. I mean, this still looks kind of normal, right? He's trying to build more Marines. He's got a bunker. Tank coming up soon. I think he has to hit before the tank's ready. The probe will pull away. Stalkers are going to come forward, but he's back to the high ground. In and out. BYUN's playing very good StarCraft right now. And ASTREA is already going to lose a Stalker. He's about to lose a second one, potentially. Oh, 2 Stalkers down. Cyclone still alive. 3 Stalkers down. Oh, man. This is great damage. Great damage for BYUN right now, I mean. ASTREA's doing not nearly enough. A couple Marines did go down, though. He's only got 4 Marines now, but once that tank's out, that's the problem. It's worth losing a few SCVs to keep this wall off up. The bunker's adding really good damage whenever these units shift in vision. The Stalkers need to get out. I think ASTREA might be kind of giving up here, and indeed he is. He went for the meme build, but BYUN spots it and holds on. All right, guys, going to the next game, we've got ASTREA down the bottom, BYUN up the top. This is such an ASTREA BYUN series. It feels like ASTREA could kind of like win every game, but BYUN's always making comebacks and stuff. So yeah, does it make sense to wait with the probe until you're ready to send your guy in? I don't know. I think there's more chances of them seeing it at that point. But I think there's actually an argument that you can just muscle your way through the minerals while you're shoving up the ramp anyway, right? But I think what he was looking for is to not have to shove his way up the ramp, to just basically charge in the back door and just straight up overwhelm you. And obviously it got spotted early, so he had to kind of go for plan B, where he's muscling his way up the ramp, and it just did not work out. I think BYUN did a really good job of staying very safe with like the Cyclone poking in and out. And remember, BYUN plays a lot of Korean ladder. There's a lot of very cheesy players there. So I think he does have a lot of experience just like without scouting, just being extra careful and kind of sensing when something's up. Pig, it's Site Delta, the 3cc map. You guys are absolutely correct. So after he starts the command center, is BYUN going to pull off gas? He's just started his command center, guys. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do the 3cc that he does almost every time he plays this game? This map doesn't look like it. Yeah, he hasn't pulled off gas. Normally he'd pull 2 off gas so he can be at full saturation. 16 out of 16. Factory goes down. Oh my lord. BYUN changing it up. Zealot on the way across the map. Adept coming forward as well. Good to see BYUN adding some variety. You know, I was very critical of the fact that BYUN just kept spamming that build way too often. Mixing it up here is going to be way more effective. No bunker. Happy to skip the bunker. Zealot's going to arrive. Adept will be coming in soon behind it. Second Adept gets chronoed as well. He's putting on heavy pressure. ASTREA wants to take the fight to him. Nice and early. Look at that. BYUN's watching. The moment the Zealot comes in, instantly reacts. SCV runs away. Says, you can't touch me. Can't touch this. Oh, he clicks on the minerals. Misclick. BYUN meant to just tell the SCV to run past the minerals, but he misclicked on it. So the Zealot does get a kill there. Yeah, where's the depot is the more important thing. BYUN trying to get away without building the depot. Very greedy. Cyclone's going to be out soon enough that I think it's okay. If he was going 3cc, this would be a disaster. But with the Cyclone on the way, I think he's fine. Depot does raise. Nicely done. Depot finally did start up behind the main base as well. You can see BYUN is supply blocked right now, so he is losing SCV build time until that depot is finished in a moment. Adepts are going to do pretty well versus these Marines. But as the Cyclone shuts down the Zealot, of course, their time is short. And gets an SCV for the last Adept. One Adept does get out. Not a bad start for ASTREA. I'd say pretty damn clean. Second and third gateway are both coming up. 10 workers on your natural, whereas the command center is only now finishing for Terran. That feels good. On the other hand, you got to realize he did commit quite a few units. So Zealot and Adept. Another Adept that's already damaged a fair bit. Alright. 2 Cyclones coming forward. Really nice early work account here for ASTREA. He's going to go third base, or are we playing no Robo? No Robo used to be super punished by 2 things. Banshees and Widow Mines. Widow Mines no longer punishes it as much. Why? Because Widow Mines don't turn invisible unless you put a factory on a tech lab, make an armory, and then make an upgrade. It's incredibly hard to do that. People almost never do it in this matchup. Unfortunately for ASTREA, he's playing no detection against Cloak. BYUN has been playing a fair bit of Cloak recently, so it's not like this is him having Spidey senses or anything. Just a build order he likes to play. Medevac will go down. It's a good cleanup. Oh, he does get the sentry. Good focus fire there. I think that was a Stalker and a sentry. Stalker, sentry, 2 probes, but for 2 Cyclones and a Medevac, you know, is that a great trade for BYUN? I think that's fine for ASTREA. The problem is the lack of information about the Cloak. That's the big problem for him. Oh, he didn't quite get the second hit. Otherwise, he could have shut this Reaper down right now. First Banshee moving out. Second one should be starting up momentarily. He just gets enough money, immediately starts it. And there's no robo. Oh, ASTREA's going to have to rely on cannons to defend, and that always feels bad. He's gone for a little gamble this game, and the only thing that counters it, like I said anymore, since the Widow Mines don't anymore, is the Cloaked Banshee. And that could just be game over. We'll see. The Banshee shows itself. Does it, though? Does it, though? Oh, he shows it. He shows it. The fact that he shows this early is good, because it allows ASTREA to at least build a cannon here. Oh, he thinks it's not got cloak. He's not even started. Okay, he starts a cannon now. He needs to build a pylon in range of that mineral line. Where's his robo? Cannon in the main, cannon in the natural. Probes are running. I mean, it's frantic right now for ASTREA. BYUN may be finishing off this series, guys. He hallucinates an Archon. He's like, please do something before you die with that energy. Oh, that's unfortunate. And still no robo started, guys. He doesn't have the minerals right now. I guess he's probing so hard. Banshee's happy to sacrifice itself, apparently. Stayed there a bit too long. No cannon in the third, though. Which means there should not be probes here. The reason ASTREA's put probes here, you might think this is kind of obvious, right? Why would you do this? It's a mistake, guys. And he's basically just so behind from the first Banshee that he's like, oh god, I need to saturate my third to catch up. And it's like in that heat of the moment, he didn't realize, well, obviously you're just giving him even more damage to the next Banshee. It's probably going to be game from here, but we'll see. BYUN obviously slowed down his second and third barracks a long time to make this happen. Cannon comes up in the third. There is no robo. So what's kind of cool is that ASTREA's doubled down. Recalls the probes back to the third. And if the Banshee dies, there's no more abuse of him not having a robo. So at least ASTREA's kept his build very streamlined. No, he does just build a robo now anyway. He gives in. Damn it. He's got charge, he's got blink, he's got +1 attack almost finished. He's going to have to play mass charge to try and deal with this. Third command center only goes up at 710. Stim shields and +1 won't be ready until about 8 minutes. That's how much the medevac cyclone drop into double Banshee costs you as a Terran player. But until the stalkers are here, it's going to be a bit hard to deal with. Good pullbacks by ASTREA though. Doesn't lose any probes, just mining time. Fortunately, his weak ones go back in range. And the stalkers do start warping in. Stalkers on the front realize the move out's coming. A few Marines do get picked away at. One of them has gone down, a few more damaged. You got a target fire here whenever you're doing this micro if you want to do it perfectly. Because whenever you just A move, your units take slightly longer to acquire the enemy targets and choose what they're going to attack. They kind of scan from left to right and pick their targets. But, ooh, does force the stim out of BYUN. Good move for ASTREA. But with only 5 gateways, I don't know if he can do this, man. He's got 7 now. 54 probes, 7 gates, no battery out front. The bio stim does run out. I think it's pretty... Yeah, he's kind of got to bait another stim out of BYUN. But look at that. BYUN's got the tanks in position. The battery's going to get instantly killed, as is the pylon out front. Guardian Shield, Stalker Sentry, Zealot coming in. The Widow Mine! Big friendly fire on that first Widow Mine. Second one landed pretty big on the Zealots. Stalkers blink forward and take out the tanks, which is actually a nice move there for ASTREA. Does clean up that push. Getting rid of those 3 tanks is huge. Unfortunately, he's lost most of his Stalkers and Sentries doing it. 3 Sentries, 8 Stalkers have gone down this game. So BYUN preserves his bio, gets good damage. He's got his own third up. It's similar workers on both sides. And of course, the Banshee's in the back door, ready to come in and pick off probes whenever it feels like it. Stalker's going to get a few hits on it. But that Banshee very healthy. And look at that. He's like, I know you just want to leave. And the Stalkers did. Okay, now they're coming down here, but another probe goes down. Banshee idling. ASTREA could definitely kill that if BYUN's not watching. ASTREA is the one, though, who is caught not watching right now. As the Banshee comes in for even more damage, just trying to distract him. Cloaks it for a few seconds here just to be a nuisance, allowing the bio to stim in the third at the same time. Big recall is going to come in, but not before a solid 15 probes go down, and BYUN just quickly evacuates. Perfect timing there. 24 workers going down. This Banshee with 16 kills finally falls. I gotta say, I like ASTREA's choice of gamble this game. It is an unfortunate shame that he ran into the build that does kind of hard counter him. That was a nice catch. Wow, both medevacs go down. Good move. Very slick. 36 probes, though, against 57 SCVs. Equal army supply is good, but it's equal upgrades as well, with +1 armor about to kick in for Terran. Nothing on the way for Protoss. He's trying to just make more Zealots, desperately looking for a big all-in. He knows he can't recover his economy. So it's all this. It's all now or never. Zealot Stalker coming in from 3 sides. It's a good surround attempt, but the SCVs are going to occupy him in the mineral line. The Guardian Shield Sentry will fall in a second, and as the Stalkers start to have Marauders firing at them, they crumble. Beautiful play by BYUN. New Zealots come in, and BYUN does have to try to clump back up. A few of his Marines get caught out, but that's just too much Terran on the dance floor. Beautiful play by BYUN. Oh, man. The perfect timing on the Cloaked Banshee. GG. Well played.